Hi, this is Tyler Moore, and in this video, we're going to show you how to not only create an entire website, but also a blog so you can attract people to your website, and a store so you can actually sell things and make some money. Then towards the end of this video, I'm going to give you some business tips that I really think will help increase your business. This video is part of our free website giveaway, so we're actually creating a real business instead of just a fake website and business. Our website giveaway winner is Michelle McDonald, so congratulations, Michelle. I hope you enjoy this. She has an awesome business where she sells and educates people on the benefits of having worms and worm fertilizer in your garden. So her website's really awesome. Let's go check it out. So this is the amazing website that we're going to show you how to build step by step with no step skipped. And this includes the blog, the shop, and the entire website itself. If you're to have a web developer design and do all this website, it would be thousands and thousands of dollars. If you don't believe me, go get a quote and you'll be really surprised. So here we're going to show you how to create this complete homepage with this image right here. You can also put an image slider in here, which means different images will rotate. We only have one, so we're just having one image here. We're going to show you how to create this logo, put in this shop button, these social media icons, this entire menu up here, this amazing looking headline with this cool font. We're going to show you how to do these 3 featured boxes and do this footer, even put in this little worm. We're not going to skip any steps. I'm going to walk you through each of these pages step by step. I'm going to show you how to put in this really cool Google font and just put in some information here. I'm going to show you how to do this sidebar, and I'll explain what all that is in the video. I'm going to show you how to make different pages. I'm going to show you how to make an About Me page, because a lot of times people want to know about you. If they see a picture of you, it really helps sell your product more. They know that this person looks like a trustworthy person. I'm going to show you how to make a contact page so people can contact you. They can get your address, phone number. They can just fill out this form and it'll be emailed right into your email inbox. I'm going to show you how to do a blog. Having a blog is a great way of attracting people to your website, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to get people and how to track them and how to get more and more people to your website. If you create really good content in a blog, it often helps your website get attention and it helps you sell more products. I'm also going to show you how to make an entire store. So we can go to our store right here and we can see that we're selling European night crawlers, red wigglers, worm castings, and the worm in. This is where you actually can have all of your worms and they can do the composting for you. So this website shopping cart is really cool. You can take this and drag it into your cart and you can add more, or if you want to learn more information, you could just click on it and get more information. We can click on this one and get more information, or this one. And we have different options here. So if we want a 5-pound worm casting or a 2-pound worm casting, or maybe we want to go over here and get the worm in and see the information and get the different colors. And we can also, if we want it in red, we can see that here's the red option. And we can add it to the bag. And once we add it to the bag, we can either open our shopping cart right here or press go to checkout. And once we go to checkout, it shows us all of our products and we can change the quantity. Maybe we want 2 of these or maybe we want 2 of these, and it changes the price right here and we can go to checkout. And what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to open my bag up and I'm going to remove the worm in and just go with the European night crawlers and go ahead and check out once again. And I'm going to enter in my full name and address. Bear with me here, and then I'm gonna choose free shipping. You can set up different shipping options, but right here it's free shipping, and sometimes I recommend free shipping because it just gets in the mind of the customer that they're not being nickel and dime. So if you can add it into the product, that's a good idea. And I'm just going to press continue. And it's going to ask us our method of payment right here. And we've set it up so that we accept it as PayPal. And I'm going to show you how to accept PayPal payments. PayPal allows you to pay with Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, etc. So it's really good to have PayPal, and it's very trusted. People know about PayPal, so they feel more secure paying you through PayPal. So I'm just going to put in my email right here, and it says create password is optional, so I'm not going to do that. And I'm just going to put my billing address is the same as shipping, so all this is very easy. Press continue. And as soon as we do that, it's going to bring us to our PayPal payment page. Now, a lot of people have PayPal, so all they have to do is enter in their PayPal email address and password, and then just click pay. But if your users don't have a PayPal account, which I'm going to pretend like I don't, they could just click this button right here. And it's going to ask for the credit card information. So right now I'm just going to fill this all out because this is step by step with no step skipped. So I'm going to show you each step and even filling it out and what an order looks like. So I'm going to speed this part up a little bit and blur it out, obviously. And so yeah, just bear with me. All right, once we've entered our credit card information, just click review and continue. Now it shows us our credit card information where it's shipping to, and you could just click pay now. Once we do that, we see thanks for your order and we get a receipt. So this is what the buyer sees, but what does a seller see? So I'm going to go over into my email next and see what that looks like. So let's open up a new tab right here and go to gmail.com because that's where my email is. And we can see that ECWID, that's the name of our store, there has been one order has been paid. So, and it tells all the shipping information and everything. And we have one new order. It shows right here. And we also have a notification from PayPal that a payment of $40 has been received. So you have everything you need as the seller to ship that order to them. So it's really cool, really helpful, and it's an awesome store. So let's go back to our website. And now it's time just to begin building our website. So let's get an overview or a plan on what we should do and in which order. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our domain name, and our domain name is the same as a website name. So our domain name is right here. This one is Worm Composting and More. Your domain name may be yourbusiness.com, yourwebsite.com, yourname.com, whatever it is. That's a domain name. That's the name of your website. The second thing we need to get in order to have a website is hosting. And hosting is where you store all of your content, all of your images. So these images, the text, everything, it needs to be stored somewhere. And hosting is a computer that's on 24 hours a day that stores all of your content. Then we are going to install WordPress. Now, WordPress is what's called a content management system. And this helps us create all this content and not have to know any coding. So we don't need to know any HTML or PHP or CSS or anything like that. Now, WordPress is used by people like CNN, Forbes, Fortune 500 companies, Jay-Z, Katy Perry. And also professional web developers use WordPress. It has a 56.3% market share, so it really is the most popular and the best out there. Then we're going to get a theme. Now, a theme is the design of your website. So if we look right here, we can see that this website is designed, and it's designed to look very earthy and homey and really down to earth. So that's the design of our website. There are thousands and thousands of designs to choose from, and that's one of the great things about WordPress is there are so many different designs that you can choose from. No more do you have to create something from scratch. You can just pick and choose a design, and this can save you hundreds of hours of coding. People have done all the hard work for you. And after we get our domain hosting, install WordPress, get a theme, then we're going to add our content to our website, put our pictures in, our logo, everything like that. So if you were to ask a web developer how much all of this costs, it would cost you thousands and thousands of dollars for a store, a blog, all the content, and this really good looking website. But if we're going to make it, it's not going to cost us that much money. So let's break down the cost. So domain name, that's about $13 per year. So every year you're going to need to buy this domain name, yourwebsite.com, and that's $13. So let's put www.yourwebsite.com. So that's $13. You can also do .net, .org. I recommend .com though. The second thing we need to do is get hosting. Now, hosting again is where you store all of your content, your graphics, your text. That's a computer that's on 24 hours a day that stores everything. So that costs $10 monthly. So that's $10 a month. So these are really the only two costs that you need, a domain and hosting. So you can start this complete website for under $25. And then we're going to install WordPress. One of the great things about WordPress is that it's free, so free. And then we're going to get our theme. So the theme is the design of your website. There are free themes, but this theme right here is a premium theme. So I think it's a really good idea sometimes to get a premium theme because people spend about 100 hours creating this whole theme. And again, the theme is the design of the website and really how it works and all its functionality. So I think it's a really great idea to get a premium theme. You obviously don't need to, but you can. And it's a one-time fee. So you only need to pay one time and you have it for the rest of your life. So premium themes go for about $50, and that's a one-time fee. Then we're going to add content. And most of this content is free. We did get a few stock photos, so that ran us about $10. So again, these two things are optional. So your startup cost, if you just wanted to go with a bare bones, which is totally more than enough for most people, is under $25. If you wanted to add all the bells and whistles and get some stock photos and get a premium theme, it's going to cost you an extra $60. So in total, this website cost $25 to start about. It's under $25, and I'll show you how to get a little discount. But that's $25 plus $60, so that's $85 in total. Now, $85 for a website that would cost you thousands and thousands of dollars, I think that's an amazing deal. So again, the first things we need to do is get our domain name and hosting. And I really like a company called HostGator.com where you can get both at the same time. So let's do that. So first, let's go to www.hostgator.com. There are thousands and thousands of hosting companies to choose from, and I really like HostGator because first, they have great reviews online. You can check them out anywhere. And second, they have live chat, which is really important, and most hosting companies don't. So if you ever have a problem or anything, you just go ahead and click on this live chat, and it does take about 5 to 10 minutes sometimes if they're really busy to talk to someone, but it really helps if you have little problems. And I've used them a few times with live chat. It really speeds up the process where you don't have to call them or anything. They obviously have phone support and everything like that. So there are many different hosting companies to choose from. I like HostGator. They have great prices. Once you go to hostgator.com, just go ahead and click on web hosting. All right, once we do that, then we're going to get to this page, and this is the page where we choose our plan. Now, let me explain the different plans to you. This is a hatchling plan, and the hatchling plan allows for a single domain, so basically a single website, so www.yourwebsite.com. If you know that you're only going to have one website, I recommend the hatchling plan. This baby plan right here allows unlimited domains. So you can have www.yourwebsite.com or www.yourfriendswebsite.com or yourbusinesswebsite.com or anotherbusinesswebsite.com. So I personally have the baby plan, and I like to recommend what I personally go with. So we're going to choose that. So the business plan, I just think it has too many bells and whistles for right now that you don't need all of them. You can always upgrade from the baby plan to the business plan as needed, and that happens instantly. But we're going to go with the baby plan, and we're going to do it instead of paying years ahead of time, we're going to go with monthly. So we're going to pay month to month. So once we click on monthly, we're going to click order now. So baby plan, monthly, order now. Once we do that, we're going to land on this page, and this is where you put in your domain name. So we're going to do worm composting and more. So worm composting and more. So it says congratulations, it's available. Now a lot of times your domain name's not going to be available because someone else has already registered it. That's why it's good to register it when you know which name you want. But this one is available, and so is the .net, but we're not going to add that on. So our .com is available, and if you already have a domain name, for instance, you got your domain from GoDaddy, but you don't want them to do hosting because maybe you read the reviews on GoDaddy hosting or something, you can click I already have domain name, and you can get hosting through HostGator, but still buy your domain name from GoDaddy. But since we're registering a completely new domain name, you'll have it clicked on this button and put in your domain name, and you could choose from .com, .net, .org, .info, .biz. I usually recommend .com, but if you really want a name, you can go with .net or .org. Okay, so once we do that, it's going to say, okay, what package do you want? Make sure you're getting the baby package. And here it says 20% off, but I'm going to show you how to get 25% off. And then it's going to say your username. So we're just going to put in a username. And put in our security pin. All right, and then we're going to fill out all of this information. And if you're from a different country, you can pay via PayPal, or you can pay with credit card. And we're going to go down here, and it's going to tell you to put some add-ons in addition to what you're buying. So I usually recommend to uncheck these because it will save you money. You can always do it later. But let me just explain what these things are. So domain privacy protection. Whenever you register a domain name, so yourwebsite.com, it goes out there and your name and address and information is basically accessible to the public. So what this does is it makes it private. So for $10 extra a year, you can make it private. I trust people, so I usually uncheck this, but that's really up to you. For the site lock, this adds an extra layer of security to your website, but we can always add it later, and if you're trying to get the cost down, then I recommend not adding that one either. And for this coupon code, it gives you 25% off, 20% off. But if you use our coupon code, you get 25% off, and we also get credit, which helps us keep on making these free tutorials. So we really appreciate if you use our coupon code. And the coupon code is web giveaway. So our coupon code is web giveaway. Click validate, and you get 25% off instead of 20% off. And that helps us keep making these free tutorials. So we have the monthly package on the baby plan, which is $9.95, but we get $2.50 off. We get 45 days money back guaranteed, live support, account activation, and no hosting add-ons right now. We registered our domain name for $12.95, so the total balance is $20.41. And that's to start, and that's the only thing that you must have. Everything else is addition. You could make your website perfect by just with just these costs. Click I have read and agreed to the terms and service, and click create account. Once you do that, you're going to see a thank you page, and that's when you know it's time to go ahead and check your email. So once you log into your email, you're going to see this new email from HostGator with your account information. So go ahead and click on it. And it's going to say thank you for your order, and this is really important information, so either print it out or somehow keep it safe. And it has all of our information right here. The most important thing is your control panel right here. So go ahead and click on it. And once you go to your control panel, it's gonna ask for your username and password. And we need to get into our control panel so that we can install WordPress. So our username is Michelle, so I'm just gonna copy that and paste that into here. And our password is this long, crazy password right here. So I'm just gonna copy that one and paste it in right here. And now you can log in. Once we're logged in, we're going to want to scroll down here and till we see quick install. So maybe I passed it. Where to go? Okay, right here under software/services, we want to go to quick install. And we're going to quick install because that's the easiest way to install WordPress. Before it used to be super hard to install WordPress and you had to do all this crazy things, but now it's really easy. And that's another reason I like HostGator, because it makes it real simple to install WordPress. So over here on the left, it says WordPress. Go ahead and click that and press continue. So now it's going to ask us what website name we want to install our WordPress on. I have a whole bunch. You probably only have one. So yeah, I know I have a lot. And that's the beauty of getting a baby plan, is you can install many, many different websites on your hosting. All right, so I'm just gonna click that, and I am going to say the admin email is my email. You're gonna leave this blank right here because you want it to install on your main website, not on / anything. So we're gonna leave that blank. We're gonna put in our blog title. We could just say website. We can always change this later. So maybe we can put worm composting and more. And the admin username, now you want to go with maybe your name. So we can just go with Tyler, or maybe we'll go with Michelle since it's her website. All right, and then you can put in a name right here if you want. Then you can click install now. All right, so there it is. We have a congratulations. It's now installed with our username and again this crazy password, and it says to access your installation, you can do it now by clicking here. But if we do click there, it's actually not going to work yet because if it's a new website, your website's going to take anywhere from 2 to 3 hours to work. If you got your hosting a while ago, like a few hours ago or yesterday, then it'll work automatically. But if it's brand new, then it's going to take a few hours to work. So I'm going to take a little break right now, and I'm going to come back in a few hours, and I'm going to click this, and we're going to be ready to continue on. So I will see you soon. All right, so I am back. I've waited about 3 hours, and what I'm going to do is see if my website is up and running by clicking right here, or I can just type in my website directly, either way. So I'm going to click here, and there it is. Our website is up and running. Now this is a very bare bones website. It has a sample page, and it doesn't look that great, but you definitely saved yourself a lot of money, and right now we're gonna make it much, much better. So in order to make it better, we have to log in. So to log in, we go to ourwebsite.com/wp-admin. All right, now it's asking for our username and password, and we get that by going to the quick install and our username right here and password. Now, if you lose this or something, it probably was emailed to you, but it's a pretty good idea to keep it printed or download it somehow. So our username is Michelle, and our password is this crazy looking password right here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to copy our password, and I'm going to log in with Michelle as my username and paste in my password. Then I'm just going to click login. And there we are in. One of the first things that I like to do is change my password to something more memorable. So instead of this crazy thing, I want to change my password to something that's easier to memorize. So I'm just going to close all of these tabs right here. We don't need them anymore. And I'm going to go to users, click on users, and hover over my name, not my name, but Michelle's name, and click edit. All right, once we do that, we want to scroll down all the way to the bottom, and where it says new password, just put in a new password that's easier to memorize. And obviously this is not a required step, but it's something that I like to do. All right, once your new password is in there and you make sure it's strong, click update profile. All right, now that we have a new password in there, another thing that I like to do is to make sure that WP Super Cache is disabled. Now, I know that was a mouthful, but what caching does is it helps speed up your website, but sometimes you don't see changes automatically. So we're just gonna disable WP Super Cache. So the way we do that is we go to settings and go to WP Super Cache. And right here it says caching on. We're just gonna turn caching off. So we can actually enable this after all of our website changes are done so that our website's faster, but we're going to turn off while we're editing it. Then just click Update Status. Now if you don't see WP Super Cache here, then you don't need to worry about it. After you turn caching off, if you're noticing that your website updates still aren't appearing, then go to Plugins right here and just click deactivate. All right, so a lot of you won't have that problem, but some of you will, so just go ahead and disable it. You don't need to know exactly how that works, but it really helps. The last check before we begin is making sure that our links are correct. So again, just something that's probably already set up for you, but just to make sure that everyone's on the same page. So what we do is we hover over settings and we go to permalinks. And we make sure that this isn't on default, that this is on either on day or name or post name. And what this does, it makes your website links more search engine friendly. So instead of having numbers in your links for your about page, let's say, you will actually have yourwebsite.com/about instead of yourwebsite.com/ question mark P equals 123. So it's much better for humans to memorize and much better for the search engines. So once you either press day and name or post name, you can go ahead and click Save Changes. All right, and your changes are saved, and we can go back to the dashboard. Now, WordPress's homepage is called the dashboard. So when you're logging in and making all the changes, you do it at the dashboard. Just some nerdy terminology. I know it's kind of weird, but that's what it's called. So that's all of our changes that we need to make, and now we can begin creating our website. So now let's see how we're progressing. So we got our domain name. So I'm just going to put done. We got hosting. Done. We've installed and logged into WordPress and set it up. Done. Now it's time to get our theme. Now our theme doesn't have to cost $50, but we got a premium theme. So I'm going to show you first how to get some free themes. So that's our next step, is to get and install our theme. So WordPress is very popular, and one of the benefits of being popular is a lot of things are built for WordPress. So right here, I'm just going to open up a new window with our website here. And then I'm going to go to Appearance and Themes. And this is where you can install new themes. So if we click right here, Install Themes, these are a whole bunch of free themes. So I'm just going to click on Featured. And we can see a whole bunch of free, good-looking themes. So let's say we wanted this theme. All we would do is click Install Now, and then click Activate. So now we have activated the new theme. So the website used to look like this right now, but if we click Refresh button, our website now looks like this. So you can see that there are thousands and thousands of free themes to choose from on WordPress, but we are actually going to install a theme that is a paid theme that I think is really cool. So let's go ahead and do that. So in summary, a theme is basically just the design of your website. And the reason why we're getting a premium theme or a paid theme is because a lot of times people put more work and more hours into a paid theme. And we're getting the exact design that Michelle wanted. She wanted something warm and earthy, and that's what she wanted, and I didn't see anything in the free themes, so I bought her a paid theme. So one of the best places to get a paid theme from is themeforest.net. And I'll put a link in the description to the exact theme. So you want to make sure you're in the WordPress category, and go ahead and search for Earth. And again, we can click WordPress right here. And we can scroll over to see what we want, and here is our theme. It's called Earth. Now, some things that you want to pay attention to when looking at themes are the number of stars and the number of sales. So again, if we just go to the WordPress category and go to popular items, we can see that there are a lot of really good, nice looking websites that you can buy for a one-time fee of $60 or a one-time fee of $45. And this is a great deal because people put hundreds of hours into the design of themes for you. So we're just going to go back and we're going to go to that Earth and click on it. And here you can check out all the different themes. You can do a live preview of what it looks like or get some screenshots. I know that I want it, so I'm going to click purchase. And I'm going to click sign in. Or you'd probably click create account, but I already have an account because I've already bought this theme. So I'm just going to click sign in. All right, so I'm signed in, and since I've already purchased this, I don't need to repurchase it again. So I'm just going to go to my account and click downloads. And I've downloaded a bunch of different themes here, but the one that we're looking after is this Earth. And we're just going to click download. So I'm going to click all files and documentation. And it's going to download it. And if it asks you, you can just go ahead and download it to your desktop. So right now it's downloading and it's all done. So what I'm going to do is minimize this window right here, and we see it on the desktop. And this works on a Mac, this works on a PC, this works on Linux. You could, it works on anything. So basically we have a zip file right here. We just double click it and it will unzip, and we have this folder right here. So there are a lot of different things in this folder. So we can open it up and we can see that there's documentation, which is really good to look at. So we'll just double click that. And if we click on it, it'll open up documentation, which tells you how to work with the theme. So every theme is different, and every theme has its own documentation when you buy a premium theme. If it's a free theme, sometimes you don't get this documentation. All right, and then we have another folder called Upload, and that's the folder that we're looking after. So just go ahead and double click that, and we're looking for this wpx-earth.zip. So that's what we need to upload. All right, so now I'm just gonna bring back the website real quick. And we are going to go to the dashboard, and we're going to go to appearance and themes again. And then click install themes. And click this button where it says upload. So instead of clicking featured or looking for a theme, we want to click upload. So click upload, and then we're going to choose file. And again, this works with the Mac or PC, whatever you want, it'll work. All right, so now we see this Earth folder that we unzipped. So we're just gonna click on it, and we're gonna see this upload folder, and we're just gonna click on it again, and we're gonna see this WPX-Earth, and we're gonna click open. Once we do that, just click install now. So right now it's uploading the entire theme onto your website, and it's installing. All right, once it does that, it says it did it successfully. Then we're going to click activate. All right, so it says it's all activated. So we're going to close this theme forest window. We don't need it anymore. And we're going to visit our website, and we're going to see, hopefully, that the website looks much different. So this is the brown earthy tones that Michelle was looking for. So we have it all right here, and it is looking much better, but we still got a lot of work to do. We'll go back to our dashboard.
So let's jump right into it, and let's start adding some pages to our website. So an example of pages would be an About Me page, a contact page, or a home page. So to add pages in WordPress, just go over to the left-hand side in the dashboard and click the Pages tab, and then click the Add New button. So I'm just going to add some blank placeholder dummy pages for now. So the first one that I want to add is a home page. So I'm going to type in home, and I'm going to leave the body blank, and I'm going to click Publish. After that, I'm going to click Add New, and the next page I want to add for Michelle's site is called Our Products. This is going to be the product page for the worm products. Click Publish. The third page is going to be called About Worms and Castings. Publish. Let's add another one. It's going to be called Why Buy From Us. And I'm going to add an About Me page. A contact page. This site's also going to have a blog, so I'm going to add a blog page. And I'm going to add a page called Shipping Info. So now if we click Publish, and we go over to our home page by clicking Visit Site up here, we're not going to see any changes to our site. What we now need to do is to add those pages to our menu bar. So to do that, let's go over to our dashboard, and let's go down to Appearance, and let's click on Menus. So this is where we can manage our menus in our WordPress website. So first we have to create a menu. So let's just add a menu name right here. I'm going to call it Main Menu, and I'm going to click Create Menu. So now I'm going to set this main menu that I just created as the default main menu for our theme. So I'm going to click Main Menu, and then I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to select all the pages that I want on the main menu on my site. So the main menu is going to be up here, and I want it to say Home, Our Products, About Worms, etc. So I'm just going to add those pages from this checkbox right here. I want to add Home, Our Products, About Worms and Castings, Why Buy From Us, About Me, Contact, and Blog. I'm not going to add the shipping info page because I want that to be on the footer menu, and we're going to cover that later. So I'm just going to click Add to Menu. So from here I can arrange the order of each menu item. So I'm going to take Home, I'm going to put it first. I'm going to take Our Products and put it second. I'm going to take About Our Worms and Castings and make it third. About Me will be fourth. Contact will be fifth. And Why Buy From Us will be right here. And the blog will be last. So now if I click Save and view our website, we now have a new menu bar up here at the top with all of our pages. So the only problem now is that we have this search bar covering a couple of our menu items right here, and I want to get rid of that. So to do that, let's head over to our dashboard. Let's go to Appearance, and let's click on Theme Options. So here you'll find a bunch of different theme options specific to the Earth theme that we downloaded. And to get rid of the search bar at the top, let's scroll down under the General tab to find the Disable or Enable header search bar, and let's click Disable, and let's click Save All Changes. So now if we refresh our website, we should have all of the pages visible now. So now that all the boring stuff is out of the way, we can start setting up our home page. And our home page is going to have a big image slider and the 3 featured images, and hopefully it's going to look really cool. So by default, WordPress sets the home page as the blog page, but we have to set the default home page as this home page that we created. So let's do that now. Let's go over to our dashboard and let's go to settings and let's click reading. So let's change the front page or the home page to display our home page by clicking this button right here where it says a static page, and let's set the front page to the home page that we just created, and then let's set the post page or the blog page to the dedicated blog page that we created. So now if we click save and refresh our website, you'll notice that the home page will say home and the blog page will have our blog on it. So let's get started on adding the image slider to our home page. So let's go over to our dashboard and let's go to slides and let's click add new. So I'm just going to call this one worms because it's going to be a gigantic picture of worms. And I'm going to upload my image by clicking set featured image right here at the bottom right corner, clicking upload files, clicking select files, and then selecting the image that you want to use for your image slider. So I got this picture from iStockPhoto, which is a really great website to download stock photos. It does cost money, but there's a lot of options and it's a really cool way to make your website look cool. And I'll leave a link in the description for this. So once that's done uploading, click set featured image. And since you can have different sliders for different pages with different images on each of your pages, you have to make a new category for each of the slider images. So this one's going to be in the homepage category. So I'm just going to call this one homepage slider, and I'm going to click add new slider. So now it's part of the homepage slide collection of slides. So let's click publish. And now let's go over to our pages. Let's go to our home page. And we have to do 2 things here. We have to set the homepage template to the homepage template that was defined by the people who made this theme. And then we have to set the homepage slider to the new slider category that we just made. So let's, under template, click homepage. And under page options, you'll see image slider. Just click the homepage slider that we just created and click update. So now if we go to our site and refresh it, we'll have a nice new image slider and our homepage will have a slightly different layout, but we still have a lot more editing to do. And one thing that I want to change about the slider right now is the size. So I want to make it a little bit smaller. So to do that, let's go over to Appearance, Theme Options, click Slider, and under Slider Height, I'm just going to set it to 345. So if we click Save and refresh, you'll notice that my slider will shrink down a bit. And this is going to give us more room to what we're going to do next, which is add our feature images. So it's going to be 3 different images, which is going to explain the benefits of worms in this case. So let's do that now. Let's go over to our dashboard. Let's go to HP Highlights and let's click Add New. So this is where we can add our little feature images or our highlights. So the first one that I'm going to be making is going to be called Black Gold. So I'm just going to type in Black Gold, and this title is going to show up on the website. And then I'm going to paste in some text that I already have prepared. So I'm just going to copy it over here and paste it in like that. And just like the image slider, I'm going to set the feature image. I'm going to upload my black gold castings picture. I'm going to open that, upload that, and click set featured image. So let's publish that, and let's see if that works. So now if we go to our home page, refresh it, we'll have one little feature right here. So let's do the other two. I'm going to click add new up here. And the second one is going to be called Earth Loves Worms. And I'm just going to paste in this text that I already have prepared. Paste it in. Set my featured image. Select my files, and it's going to be this heart right here. So I'm going to open that up and click set featured image. Publish. Now on to the third one. Add new. The third one is going to be called What Worms Will Do For You. And I'm just going to paste in this text, set my featured image, upload it, and click set featured image. Publish. Now let's check out our website, and we should have 3 nice little features right there. So the next thing that I want to do is actually get rid of this from the blog little sidebar. So let's do that by going over to our appearance theme options. And then you'll see a home tab right here. Let's click that. And what you want to do is just drag out the events and blog and click save. So now if we refresh that, we should have a nice clean page. Next, I want to add a little text in between this image and these feature images. That's kind of going to be the tagline for this site. It's going to say, let Mother Nature's helpers give your garden an organic boost. And it's going to be really big and green, and it's going to have a really awesome font. But in order to get a really cool font into WordPress, we have to get a new plugin. What a plugin is something that extends the functionality of your WordPress website. So it could be a contact form, which we will do later, or a photo gallery, or even an image slider could be a plugin. So let's do that now, and let's learn how to add plugins. So let's go over to our dashboard, click plugins, click add new, and let's type in WP Google Fonts. And it will be this top one right here. Click install now, click OK. And once that's done installing, click activate. So that's how you install plugins into WordPress. And what this plugin is going to do for us is make it so that we can have hundreds of different fonts that we can put into our WordPress website to make it look visually much more appealing. So if we open up Google and type in Google Fonts, we can go to google.com/webfonts and see all of the different options of the fonts that we have now loaded into our WordPress website. So there are hundreds of different options, but I happen to know which one I want to choose, and it's called Love Ya Like a Sister. It's this one right here, and you can see the name right here. So once you find the font that you want, just go ahead and copy the name. And let's head back over to our WordPress website. So now let's insert that font into our website by going into Settings, Google Fonts, and we're just going to activate it within our website by clicking here and finding Love Ya Like a Sister. and that is going to be right here. So I'm just going to click that and then click save. So now it's activated within our website, and now we can add it into our home page. So let's go over to Pages, Home, and I'm just going to add in my text. So it's going to say, let Mother Nature's helpers give your garden an organic boost. So I'm just going to center this, and before I add my font in, I'm going to change the color of this text by keeping it highlighted and clicking this button right here, which will bring up a little more options for your texts. And then I'm going to click this button or this arrow right here and choose more colors. And then I'm going to choose a nice green. So maybe this will work. So I'm just going to click apply. And now you'll see that it has changed to green. And now comes the nerdy part of doing a little CSS styling. So if we click over to the text editor tab right here, you'll notice that we'll have a little bit of code right here. It says P style text align center. This is the CSS styling. It's a programming language. You really don't need to know about it, but I'm just going to walk you through how to take your new font and insert it into your website. So you'll see P style equals a quotation, and it should say text align equals center, and you'll see a semicolon and a quotation, and between the last semicolon and this quotation we're just going to type in a space and then type in font dash family, a colon, and then a space, and then you want to type in an apostrophe. And from here we can go to the Google website, and what you want to do is look at the Google font that you want and copy the exact name of that Google font. So if it were this one, I would just highlight it and click copy, but I know mine is Love Ya Like a Sister. So I'm just gonna copy this, and after the apostrophe I'm just going to paste it in, and then I'm going to make another apostrophe, and I'm going to make a semicolon. Now that looks confusing. Just copy exactly what I did and click update. From here you will not see any changes yet if you refresh the page, but we have to go to Appearance, Theme Options, and let's find the Home tab right here. Let's scroll all the way down to the bottom and you'll find Static Page, and let's just set this static page to Home, and let's get rid of this sample page title. We can just delete it so it says nothing. Click Save Changes, and let's refresh our website. So now at the bottom of our website we have our little font, and it looks pretty cool, but I want to change the size, and I also want to change the location. So let's first change the location. I want it to be in between this image and these feature images. So under Theme Options and under the Home tab, let's set the static page to be above highlights. Click Save. Refresh our page. And now it's in between our two images. Next up, let's change the size of our font. So let's go back to Pages. Let's go to Home. And we're going to do a little more CSS coding. So after the second semicolon after your font family, right here in between the last semicolon and the quotation mark, let's make another space, and let's type in font dash size, make a colon, and let's set it to about 38. And after the 38 you want to type in px, and then make another semicolon. So let's click update, and let's refresh our website. And that is bigger, but it looks a little too big, so I'm actually going to change it to 28. Click update and refresh. So that looks great. Next up, let's move on to the footer. So it's always good to have multiple links to the same place on your website, just so your visitors can find whatever they're looking for easily. So for the footer, I'm going to have a small menu that's going to have our products, a link to some of the shipping information about the worms. But then it's going to also have another contact link and another blog link. And on the right side of the footer, it's going to have a little picture of the worm and a little slogan that says, "Reduce your carbon footprint and join the doo-doo movement." So let's do that now, and let's start off with the menus on the left-hand side. So let's first create 2 new menus, and I'll show you why we're going to create 2 in just a second for the footer. So let's go over to Appearance, and let's go to Menus. So just like we did it last time, let's create a new menu by clicking this plus button. And I'm going to name this one Footer 1. Click Create. And for this one, I only want 2 links in it. So I'm going to have, let's see here, our products and shipping information. Click Add to Menu. And I'm going to click Save. Next, I'm going to create another menu by clicking this plus. And I'm going to name it Footer 2. So click Create Menu. And I'm going to add 2 more important links, which are going to be the blog and contact page. So I'm going to add those to the menu and click Save. So now what we have to do is go into the widgets section in order to add those menus into our website. So let's go over to Appearance. Let's click Widgets. And basically what a widget is just a piece of secondary information. So that'll be the sidebar, which we'll edit later, or the footers. So let's edit our first footer, and the reason why there's 4 footers, footer first, second, third, and fourth, is because there's one here, one here, one here, and one here. So they go all the way across, and you can have 4 different footers with different information on each one. So let's add 2 menus to footer first and footer second. So to add a menu to a footer, just open it up like this. And then we're going to drag in the custom menu widget right here. So I'm just going to drag it in. And I'm not going to give it a title because I don't want it to say anything. And then it's going to say select menu, and it's already on footer 1. So I'm going to click that and click Save. Next, or let's check it out and see how it looks. And we'll see we have 2 new links. So I want to add 2 more on the right side of it. So I'm going to add that to footer second. So let's close this up and open up footer second. And I'm going to drag in a custom menu again. This one's going to be footer 2. I'm not going to give it a title. And I'm going to click Save. So now if we refresh our page, we should have a nice footer with 4 links down here. So next I want to add a little illustration of a worm over here. And I want it to say, reduce your carbon footprint and join the doo-doo movement. And I want that text to be in this font. So let's do that now. And before we do that, we actually have to get a plugin. So let's go and get a plugin. So that's Plugins, Add New. And the plugin we're going to get is a text editor plugin for our widgets. And this is going to make it easy to format our text and change the color. So it's called TinyMCE. So just type that in, one word. Click search. And it should be this one right here called Black Studio TinyMCE. Click install now. Click OK. And click activate. So now if we go over to our Appearance Widgets page, we will now have a new available widget right here called Black Studio Tiny MCE. So what I'm going to do is open up my third footer and drag in the new plugin that we just got. So I'm going to drag that in. I'm not going to give it a title because if I give it a title, that will show up on the page, but I don't want any title on my page. And then I'm going to click Add Media, Upload Files, select Files, and I'm going to select my worm right here. And then I'm going to set the alignment to right, and I'm going to set the link to none because when you click it, I don't want it to link to anything. So I'm going to insert that into my post, and it should show up right here on the right. And I'm going to click Save. So let's see how that looks when we refresh it. And that looks pretty good. So I'm going to add my text right here. So let's go back to the widgets page, and we can close this up, and we can close the third footer up. And now I'm going to open up the fourth footer and drag in Black Studio Tiny MCE again. So I'm not going to give this one a title either, but I am going to add some text right here. So it's going to say, reduce your carbon footprint and join the do movement. And I'm going to actually align this to the right because in my demo site I found that this looks a little better. And I'm going to start editing some CSS again. So first let's change the color to a nice green. And let's go into the HTML editor. And after P style text align right, after this semicolon and in between this quotation, I'm going to add font family, colon, a apostrophe, and my font, love you like a sister, an apostrophe, and then I'm going to add another semicolon. So let's save that, and let's refresh our site. Alright, so that completes the footer. Now let's move on to the logo. So I actually created my logo in Photoshop, but there's a few different options you can choose when trying to create your logo. Option 1 is to just leave it text like this, and that's perfectly fine. And option 2 is to go to pixlr.com, and I will leave a link to my tutorial on how to make a logo in Pixlr. So this is just a basic photo editor. It's like a Photoshop simulator. And option 3 is to go to Fiverr, that's Fiverr.com, and get your logo made for $5. So either option you choose is perfectly fine, but when you have your PNG image sent to you from Fiverr or from Pixlr, just go ahead and go to Appearance, Theme Options. In the General tab, you'll see the main logo upload. Click Upload, click Select Files, and choose your logo from your computer. Click Open, and I'm going to set it so it is full size. Make sure you set it to full size, and then click Use this image. Save, and now if we refresh our page, we should have a new logo up here. Next up is the social media icons. So let's learn how to edit these. I actually want to get rid of most of them. So let's go over to Appearance, Theme Options, and click Social. So from here you can choose to enable or disable your whole social icon bar up here. I'm going to enable it, and I'm going to add and remove a few of these different social media links. So for the Twitter, I'm just going to copy Michelle's Twitter and paste it in like this. So you want to copy and paste in the full URL. She doesn't have a Flickr, so I'm just going to remove this number sign. She does not have a Google+, so I'm going to remove this. And for Facebook, I'm going to paste in her Facebook. And she does not have a YouTube or Vimeo or calendar, but she does have a contact page, and I want this to just link to the contact page that we made right here. So what I'm going to do is go to this contact page. Then I'm going to copy this URL and paste it in right here. And I'm going to also remove this RSS number sign. And when we save it and refresh, we'll have 3 new social icon buttons. One that will link to her Twitter, her Facebook, and our contact page on our website. So the home page is almost done. The last thing that we need to do is change this donate button. So it's the store button. I want it to say shop and have a little shopping cart icon. And when you click it, it's going to bring you to the Our Products page. So let's do that now, and let's head over to Appearance, Theme Options, hit the General tab, and scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see all the options for the donate button. So the first thing that we want to change is the donate text. Let's change it to shop in this case. And then I am going to change the link. So I want it to link to the Our Products page. So I'm just going to go to Our Products, copy the URL, and paste it in instead of this text. And then I'm going to change the button link target to self because I don't want it to open in a new tab. If you do, you can change it to blank, but I want it to open in the same browser window. After that, I'm going to change the donate button icon to the shopping cart. And I am going to click Save All Changes. So now if we refresh the page, it'll say shop, and when you click on it, it'll bring you to the Our Products page. So that completes the home page, and now we can start moving on to the individual pages. So the first one that I want to start working on is About Worms and Castings. And so Michelle already prepared a bunch of content for us. So I'm just going to go over to the Pages page and click Edit under About Worms and Castings. And I'm going to paste in this text that she prepared for us. So I'm just going to copy it over here and paste it in. I'm going to go to the visual editor and center this and center this. So now if we update it and refresh our page, we should have a bunch of text on a page, but what I want to do is change this text and this text to our fancy font. So let's do that now, and let's go to the Edit Page page, click the text editor, and let's do a little more CSS. So after this semicolon in between the semicolon and the quotation mark, I'm going to write font family colon an apostrophe, love ya like a sister, another apostrophe, and a semicolon. And I also want to change the color to a nice green, so I'm going to highlight it, open up this color box, click more colors, and you can choose which color you want, but I actually already have the color code or the hex color saved, so I'm just going to paste it in right here. So that's the exact color I want. I'm going to click apply, and I'm going to do the same for this title, Castings, what's that? Alright, from there I'm going to also change this text. So what I can do is actually copy this font family, Love You Like a Sister, and paste it in to the castings. After that, I want to change the font size. So I'm just going to type in font size 28px and make a semicolon after that. And I'm going to do the same for this top one right here. So now if we update our page and refresh it, should look pretty good. But what I want to do is make the line height, or the space in between each of these lines, a little bigger. As you can see, it's overlapping a tiny bit. So to change the space in between each line, we have to do a little more CSS. So what you want to do is, after the 28px and the semicolon, you want to write line dash height, a colon, and then type in something like 30px, and then make another semicolon. So now if we update that and refresh it, we should have a little more space in between each line. Next up, I want to change this sidebar from, it looks like a blog sidebar, to Michelle's mission statement. So she already gave us that. And to change the sidebar, we have to go into the widgets area. So let's go to Appearance, Widgets, and you'll see the sidebar right here. So it's right sidebar, and I'm just going to click and drag everything out. I'm just going to deactivate all of these, and I'm going to drag in a Black Studio TinyMCE widget. So this one is going to have a title. It's going to be called Mission. And it's going to say this. So let's save that and let's refresh our page. So now we have About Worms and Castings and her mission. Now if you don't want to have a sidebar on your website, you can go with a full width template. To do that, just go over to your page, click Edit, and under the template, just click Full Width. And if we update that and refresh it, it'll be full width without the sidebar. But I think on this page, I'm going to keep the default template, which is the template with the sidebar. Alright, so next up, let's work on the Why Buy From Us page. And this page is going to be super simple. It's just going to have a little bit of text with no fancy fonts. So we can just go to Pages, click on Why Buy From Us, and we'll just paste in some of this text. We can go to the visual editors and see how it's going to look on our page, and click Update. So now if we refresh that, our Why Buy From Us page is complete. Next up is the About Me page. So the About Me page is going to be a little bit different. This one's going to have a bunch of text, but it's also going to include a little picture of Michelle up here at the left corner. And I want the text to wrap around the image. So let's learn how to do that. So let's go to the Pages, and let's go to About Me. And I'm just going to copy and paste her pre-prepared text. And now I want to add an image up here at the top left corner. So I'm going to place my cursor at the very beginning of this sentence and click Add Media, Upload Files, select Files, and I'm going to select this picture of Michelle, open it up. And then what you want to do is set the alignment to left. And I don't want this to link to anything when you click it, so I'm going to click None. So let's insert that into the page and click Update. So now let's refresh our About Me page. And now we have a nice little About Me page with Michelle's picture. So let's move on from there and let's move on to the contact page. So the contact page is going to be a lot different. The contact page is going to have a big contact form so people can email you directly from your website. And on the right hand side, it's going to have a sidebar or a different column with some address and phone and other contact information. So let's do that now. And what we have to do first is get a contact plugin. So let's go over to plugins. Let's click add new. And let's type in contact form 7. Click search. And it should be this top one right here. Click install now. Click OK. And click activate. So now that that's activated, we should have a new contact tab right here on the left hand side. Let's click that. And let's click this first contact form right here. So what you want to do is first make sure that this is the email that you want to receive emails at from your website. So if this is not the place you want to receive at Michelle, you can change it. And what you want to do is just go ahead and copy this code up here. So I'm just going to copy that whole code, including the brackets. And then I'm going to go into the pages, into the contact page. And I'm going to just paste that code right in. And what this is a short code. And this is going to be a little code that calls up the contact form within your website. So it's going to call up that plugin. And if we click update and refresh it, we'll see that we have a new contact form. But what I want to do is make another column with some more contact information, and I want to get rid of this sidebar. So let's change it to a full width template. Under page attributes, let's click full width under template, click update, and see if that works. And then I want to add another column of information right over here. So let's do that now. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to start writing out my contact information right below the contact form. So I'm just going to make another line, and I'm going to write contact information, and I'm actually going to make this an H2 heading, which will make it a little bigger. Then I'm going to make a new line, and I'm just going to paste in some dummy text right here. Paste it in like that. I'm going to make another line that's going to say address, and this will be small and bold. And in a new line, I'm just going to type in this fake address. And Michelle, you might want to change this stuff to real information. And below that, I'm just going to write in phone, make that bold, make a new line, and paste in some fake phone information. So if we save that, it's not going to look like much. It's just going to look like some contact information below. But what I want to do is place it side by side with this contact form. So to do that, we have to do a little more short code. So let's make a new line up here by hitting enter at the very beginning of the sentence. And then I'm going to type in a bracket and type in column size equals half position equals first. And the only reason I know this short code is because I read the documentation for this theme. So this is specific to this theme, and it's probably not going to work on any other theme except this Earth theme. So after that, I'm going to make another line below the contact form, and this is going to just say a bracket, a forward slash, and it's going to say column. Then I'm going to close it off with another bracket, making sure to close off this first one with a bracket as well. And then after that, I'm going to make another column by doing kind of the same thing, making a bracket, typing in column size equals half, position equals last. So now it knows this is the last column, this is the first column, and now we just have to close off our column tag. So let's make another line below, make a bracket, /, and type in column. And close that off with a bracket, click update, and refresh. So now we have our information nicely laid out for us. So we're almost done with all of the normal pages. The last one we have to do is the shipping info page. So let's go over to the pages and click shipping info. And Michelle already prepared this text for us, so I'm just going to paste some of this in. Copy and paste it in. And I'm going to do a little bit of formatting. Maybe I want this to be H3. And I'm going to change this image into one of the images that she provided. So I'm just going to add media, upload files, and upload this picture of a box. I'm going to center it, and I'm not going to link it to anything, making sure it's full size, and that should be nice. I'm going to center this and make it show up right under this picture. After that, I'm going to make this space a little smaller and see how that looks. So let's update that and refresh. And that looks pretty good to me. Maybe I want to make this centered. So I'll just highlight and center it. So let's refresh that. And that looks like a pretty good shipping info page to me.
So the next thing that we're going to do is set up our blog. So our blog is right here. If we click on it, we can see that there are no blog posts, at least none of our blog posts. So I'm going to go ahead and close this Google font right here in this edit worm page here. And if you're logged in already, you can hover over new and go to post from your dashboard. We can go to our dashboard, and then we go to post, add new. So why even make a blog? I want to go over that real quick. You make a blog so that you can attract people with educational, really good content. So when people are searching Google, maybe for why use organic fertilizer, and you have a great post and great content, then people will go to your site, and then maybe they'll see your store and they'll buy from you. So the more visitors and people that you attract, the better it is. So I'm going to go ahead and just paste some dummy text here because I actually am not a organic fertilizer expert. I'm going to leave that up to Michelle. And after I do that, then I'm going to click set featured image right here. So set featured image, and I'm going to click upload files and click select. And I'm just going to click one of these images here and click open. Wait for it to upload. And then I'm going to press set featured image, and that sets the featured image. And then I'm going to click publish. All right, once I do that, I can go back to my website and go back to blog and see that we have a new post, a new blog post, why use organic fertilizer. And then it's gonna say continue reading. So this looks really good. So we click continue reading and we can see our whole blog post. So I'm going to do that another time. So I'm just going to go to post and click add new. And maybe this one will be called Why Worms in Your Garden. And for this one, again, I'm just going to put in dummy content because, again, we're going to leave this up to Michelle for her to populate. And now this time I'm going to add different categories because in your blog, you can have different categories for your users so they can just choose a category. Maybe they're only interested in fertilizer. And we click add new category. And now this is categorized under fertilizer, and I'll show you how to access that in just a second. But just know now that you can put your post into different categories and organize them in a better way. So again, I'm just going to set featured image and upload files, select the files, and maybe I will use this one right here. And click set featured image and click publish. All right, now I can go back to our blog and see that there is another great post right here. All right, maybe we'll do one more. So from here, you can just go to new post. We can close this one. And maybe this one would be all about castings. And we'll paste some dummy text in there and we'll set a featured image and we'll upload and select files. See, this is all pretty easy stuff. And we'll open it and we'll set a featured image. So once we do that, maybe we can add a few more categories. We can add another one called castings, and maybe another one called educational, and maybe another one about worms. All right, so now we have different categories and we've categorized it, and I will show you more about that later, but for now we're just gonna publish it. And now we're going to view our website once again and see, as you can guess, that that new picture is there and it has continue reading and it's all organized, and they organize it by the post date. So when you publish a new blog post, it goes right to the top. And people can click on it and they can comment and everything like that. But we can see right here that it has this hello world, and that's the default WordPress blog post. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and throw that away. So we're going to put that in the trash. So the way we do that is we click here and go to posts. And we see this hello world and we just click trash. What we can do now is go back here and click refresh. And we can see that that blog post is no longer there. So if you ever want to delete a blog post, that's how you do it. So a lot of people ask me, what exactly should I be writing about to get the most amount of people to my website? And I do have the answer for that, and that answer is at the end of this video where I give the 10 website tips for more success. So we're going to be covering that at the end. The next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding our categories here. So people can just click on categories and see all the blog posts for that particular category. And then after that, we're going to hide this mission right here. And because sometimes you only want to display certain things in the sidebar for certain pages. So instead of me trying to tell you here, let's just jump into it and do it. So we're going to close this page right here, and we're going to go back to our dashboard. And we're going to go to Appearance, then Widgets. And we're going to find Categories. So we're just going to click this right here, and drag it in. So, and we could give it a title. We can call it categories, or we could not give it a title, whatever we want. Just click save. We'll see how it looks. So we'll go over, visit our website again, and go back to the blog. So now we have different categories: castings, educational, fertilizer, uncategorized, and worms. So what we can do is we can click on these, and we only see the blog post about castings now. So there's only one. Or we click on fertilizer, and we see all of the blog posts on fertilizer, and so on. But let's go back to our About Me page. And if we do that, we see that now there's this whole big space right here because we've added this categories. So how do we take off this categories and just have the mission? Or if we go to our blog, we see the mission here, but what's really important is just the categories. So how do we get rid of the mission and just have the categories here? So there is a plugin for this. If we just go back to our dashboard, and this plugin is called, if we go to plugins and add new, it is called Widget Context. Widget Context. Sort of a weird name for it, but that's okay. And we click search plugins, and this is it right here. We know it's the one. We've checked the stars and the ratings and the downloads, so we're gonna click install now. It's gonna ask us, are you sure? And we're gonna say yep. And we're gonna activate plugin. Now, as soon as we activate this plugin, we're gonna go back to appearance and widgets. And we're gonna see if we expand this and scroll down, it has some options here. So for this mission again, let me show you that again. For this mission statement, we're gonna scroll down and it says widget context, and we're gonna say hide on selected, and we're gonna click blog and all posts. Then we're gonna click save. All right, so what that does is if we visit our website again and go back to our blog, we are no longer gonna see that mission statement. All right, but we still have the issue of on the About Me that it has the categories on this, which is causing this big space, and it's not looking all aligned, and it's not looking very good. We just want to hide this on this page. And not only that, we only want these categories on the blog page and blog post. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back here and we're going to go to categories, and we're going to say we're going to say show on selected. So show on selected, the blog index, and all posts. So it's only going to show in these two places. So the blog and the individual posts. So we're going to click save. And we're going to go back to our website and go back to the About Me. And we're going to see that that categories was gone from this page, and everything looks much better and much more lined up. And if we go back to our blog, we'll see that the categories are here. And if we press continue reading, we will see that the categories are here and not the mission statement. So that's how you really control your sidebar, and that's really helpful for displaying or hiding things. All right, the next thing that we're gonna do is set up our online store. So in order to do that, we use a company called EasyWid, and they offer a free store for the first 10 products. So it's pretty good because most people have under 10 products, so that's very nice of them, and it's a really amazing store. So what we can do here is close that, open up a new tab and go to ecwid.com. ecwid.com. All right, and I'm just going to sign up here. And I'm going to put in Michelle's name because this is for her. And I'm going to type in her email address. And put in her password. So I'm just going to copy that and put it in and click register. So now she's going to get an email saying that she's registered. So she's going to have to click on the link. And what we want to do here now is to start creating different products. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to catalog. And right now it has all these different products right here. So if we want to view our products, we can visit our store. And this is our store right now. So as you can see, it's a really cool store. So we can click on fruit and we can have the different prices here, and we can drag things into the store, and we can learn more about this piece of fruit, and we have different options and everything. So this is what our store looks like now. This is just demo content. What we want to do is we want to replace and delete this content. We want to delete this content, then replace it with her content. So that's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to select all of these different items here, and I'm going to press delete. It says, do you really want to delete them? And I'm going to say, yep. All right, and the next thing we do is we click on new product. So just click on new product. And if we visit our store now, obviously, the items have been deleted. So it's going to say all items have been deleted to your bag, so they're out of stock. All right, and we're just going to get a SKU number. I'm just going to put 100. And the weight in pounds, I'm actually going to leave this blank, and I'll show you why later. And the name of this product is European Night Crawlers. All right, and the price of this product is $40. And here we can give it a description. We could just paste in whatever we want. I'm going to get some dummy text. And I'm just going to copy it. A lot of times this is what web developers use. If they don't have all of the content, they just copy and paste in some dummy text to make it look full. And then we're going to add in the picture. So we're going to choose file and find our European night crawlers and click open. And once we do that, we can click save. Now, we're not done yet, because what Michelle wanted is she wanted different options where you can buy 1 pound of European night crawlers, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, or 5 pounds. So what we need to do is we need to click on options right here and click new option. So the title of this new option is European night crawlers. And it is a drop-down list. And we can do a new selection. So we're going to do European night crawlers, 1 pound. And then we want to add how much does 1 pound cost, and it just costs $40. So we're going to leave this at 0. Then we're going to do new selection in 2 pounds. European night crawlers in 2 pounds is $27 more than $40, so $67. And then we're going to add a new selection, 3 pounds of European night crawlers, and 3 pounds is $51 more than $40 or $91. And add a new selection for 5 pounds. And 5 pounds is an extra $85 or $125. So once we do that, we're going to click Save. And now we can visit our store. So we're going to visit our store, and we're going to see that our item has come up, but there's still fruits and vegetables. So what we need to do here is we need to get rid of these different categories. So there's nothing in fruits and there's nothing in vegetables because we deleted the fruit and vegetable category. So we need to go ahead and delete those categories. So we've added something and it looks really good. And we can see that we have different options here. And we can add it to the bag. And everything works perfect. But what we need to do is delete this fruit and vegetable category. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on categories right here. And it says fruit. We just click on it, press delete category. Vegetable, click on it, delete category. And now we can go ahead and visit our store and refresh it. And we only see our European night crawlers. So that's really good. All right, so now it is time to add more products. So what we do is click on products and just click new product. So this one will do the number as 200, and this is just to keep track of your orders and everything of what it just gives a number for what the product is. The weight in pounds, we're going to leave it blank because we have that in the drop down. This one is called Red Wigglers. Red Wigglers. The base price for this is $35. And again, we can put in different text if we want, or we can leave it blank. You will probably want to give it a description and put in images and make it look really fancy and awesome, but I'm going to let Michelle do that. Then we can choose the file, and here is the Red Wiggler, and we're going to press open, and we're going to click save. So once again, we can visit our store and see what that did, and we can see that there's another product here. It doesn't have any description because we left it blank. And it's $35, but it doesn't have any options. So we're going to go ahead and add some more options. So you do that by clicking options and new option. And again, I'm going to do a drop down list. This is called Red Wigglers. And I'm going to click new section. I'm just going to copy that. And I'm going to put 1 pound of Red Wigglers is $0 more than 35. And I'm going to add a new option. Oops, sorry. Delete option. I'm going to add a new selection right here. And I'm going to do 2 pounds, which is $18 more. And 3 pounds, which is $35 more, so $70. And 5 pounds, which is $69 more or $104, so 69. In here you can determine if it increases the price or decreases it, or does a percent or just money. And one new selection of 10 pounds of Red Wigglers, which is a lot of worms. And that's $155 more than $35 or $190. All right, and then we can click our default selection. So let's say we want it to default at 1 pound. We click save. and we visit our storefront. So go ahead and visit our storefront, and we see that we have £1 here, or £2, £3, £5, or £10. So we add to bag, open bag, check it out, and we see that it's $190 for 10 pounds of red wigglers. All right, the next thing that we're gonna do is add one more item. So once again, just to really beat this into your brain, you click New Product. This will be item number 300. This item will be worm castings. Worm castings. And worm castings go for $5 as the base price. We could put in some description here if we want to, and we can add a photo. So we're going to choose File, Castings, click it, and then we're going to click Save, and we're going to add another option. So new option, this is called Worm Castings, and it's going to be a drop down and a new selection of 5 pounds of worm castings. 5 pounds worm castings, and that's going to be $3 more. Seems like a good deal to me. And we're going to click Save. So I think you're getting the point in all of this. A few more things that I want to point out is that if you have many different images, you can click Manage Gallery. And let's say you have, different options of maybe you're selling things in different colors and you want to upload images of things with different colors. You just click Manage Gallery and it would show you a gallery. We're not going to do that right now. I'll let Michelle do that. All right. Once everything is up and ready, we can look at our storefront, and eventually we're going to embed this into our website. But we look at our storefront and we see this image could probably be a little bigger, but we can see that we have 5 pounds of worm casting. And actually I messed up. Here I wanted a base price also. So we can go back and go to options and add a new selection. Just copy this over. Worm castings of 2 pounds. All right, and click Save, and now it will be much better. So we have 2 pounds, and then 5 pounds is $3 more. Okay, so that was pretty good. So the next thing that we need to do is maybe the most important thing, and that is set up payment. So what we can do is we can go to System Settings and click on Payment. So right now it says we can enable or disable some of these things. Right now we have phone order enabled. I'm actually going to disable that, but Michelle can enable it if she wants to. I'm just going to disable it, and I'm actually going to enable PayPal. So that's our payment processor. So we're just going to enable PayPal, and it's going to say, do you want to configure it? Just put yes. And it's going to ask us to enter in our email address. So I'm just going to put in our email address and click Save. So now PayPal is set up. What you need to do now, if you don't have PayPal already set up, is just go to paypal.com and use the same email that you put in here to set up PayPal. So the way it works is once someone pays you, it's going to go into PayPal, your account, and from there you can either send a check to yourself by mail, or you can set up it to wire directly to your bank account. So let's go back to Michelle's store. Let's visit her storefront, and we're going to see that we have things in our shopping bag. we're going to open bag, and let's say we want to check out, and what we need to do is save our changes. So we save our changes. Remember to always save. Sometimes I forget that. So if we refresh this on our checkout, we have our choose payment method, and it's PayPal. And like you saw in the beginning of the video, it'll go straight to your email, and the money will land into your PayPal account. So that is how you set up PayPal. But this shopping cart isn't yet integrated into our website. So we need to get it into our website, and right now I'm going to show you how to do that. So this is going to be pretty cool and exciting. So what we do, we go back to our dashboard, and we click on plugins and add new. So we need to add a new plugin, and this is basically the ECWID shopping cart plugin. So just type in ECWID. And it's weird that it's not the first one, so don't click on it. It's ECWID shopping cart right here. We can look at the details. I like to do that sometimes. And we can see that it has 47 ratings, and it's been downloaded 127,000 times. So it's probably a pretty good plugin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press install now. And I'm going to click activate. All right, so now we have our shopping cart activated, and what it did is it actually added a new page to our website called products, or called store, I'm sorry. And it put in the default store, so if we view the store page right now, we'll see that it put in just some default random products. We don't want it to put in some random products, we want it to actually put in our products. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back, and we're going to go to settings and ECWID shopping cart. All right, and now it's asking for our store ID. So what we can do here is go back to our ECWID, the ECWID website, and if we scroll all the way down, we'll see our store ID. So our store ID is 2377253. Go ahead and just copy that, highlight it, then copy it, and come back here and paste that in. All right, then click Save Changes. And there's a whole bunch of different options here that you can check out, but we're just going to click Save Changes. All right, so that's going to save all our changes. And now if we go back to our pages and we see that store, we can view it, and we can see that it actually puts in our products, which is pretty darn cool if you ask me. But the store right now, it made a different page, but we want it to be on the our products page. So if we go there, we'll see that our products is blank. How do we get it from this page onto our products page? So that's actually pretty easy. We go back to our dashboard, and we click on pages, and we find the store page, and we click edit. And you see this code looking mumble jumble stuff. That's exactly what we want. So we're just going to highlight it and press copy, and go back to our pages again, and go to our products and click edit, and paste it right in. So this little, they're called short codes, is our entire store. So we're going to click update, and now we can view our page, and we see that our store is in there. So what I'm actually going to do, because I don't want the mission here, is I'm going to go and click on edit page, and I'm actually going to change the template so that there's no sidebar appears. So it's going to be a full width template. Then I'm going to click update. And I'm going to view our page again. And now we're seeing that it's looking much, much better. So we have our entire store on our website, which is really, really cool. So what we can do is we can drag in different items and we can check out and buy on PayPal and do everything that we could with that other store. So it's really, really awesome. What I'm going to do next is delete that other store. So we're just going to go to our dashboard again and go to pages. And we no longer need this page, the store page that they created for us. So I'm just going to click trash. And it's no longer going to be there. So if we view our product page, that's fine and great and everything, but what if someone wants to jump straight to the European night crawlers, straight to red wigglers, or straight to worm castings from a drop-down menu? So I'm going to show you next how to create a drop-down menu and how to get these products to show up right from the drop-down menu. So what I'm going to do is go back to our dashboard, and I'm going to go to appearance, then menus. And we have a few different menus here. I'm going to click on the main menu because that's where we're going after. And I'm just going to open up a new tab here. So what I'm going to do is go to our products, and I'm going to click on European night crawlers so I get to the European night crawler page. And I'm just going to copy this weird looking URL right here, this weird looking link. And I'm going to go to custom links, and I'm going to paste that right in. And this is going to be European night crawlers, and I'm going to click add to menu. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it all the way up here, and I'm going to indent it right under our products. So I'm going to click save menu now. So I'm going to show you what that did. We're just going to open up a new site here, and if we hover over our products, this new submenu comes up, and I can click on it, and it goes right into the European night crawlers. So that saves a step, and often when selling things online, you want it to be as few clicks as possible so people can check out as soon as possible, because the more clicks that you have, the more chances people are going to say, no, I'm not going to click onto the next thing that you have to click. So there's even a whole book written called Don't Make Me Click. All right, so now we're going to add in more of our products. So we're just going to click on our products, and the next thing we're going to do is red wigglers. So we'll click on that. We'll copy this red wiggler URL, and we'll put red wigglers here, and we'll paste that URL back into here. Press add to menu, drag it all the way up and indent it, and under European night crawlers, press save menu, and we'll do that one more time for our worm castings. So we click on it, copy this, paste the URL into there, type out worm castings, click add to menu, drag it all the way up, and click save menu. All right, so now let's take a look at our website with our products in there. So now we have our products, and we can jump straight to red wigglers and straight to worm castings. And this often helps increase sales, believe it or not, when people don't have to click and then click through here and then click again. So it's a really good professional tip, and I think it's really going to help her sell more worms and worm castings. So I just want to say congratulations. If you've been following along, you have made an amazing website that would have cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. You have a blog and a contact form and about me, and it has a shop, and it's integrated with your social media accounts and everything. Now I want to give Michelle 10 tips that I really think will really boost getting website visitors and selling more products. So my first tip, number one, is to install Google Analytics. Now, there's a plugin for that. We can go to the dashboard and you just click plugins and add new and search for Google Analytics. And what that is going to do, then also you need to sign up with Google Analytics. It's google.com/analytics. You could just Google it. And what that does is it shows how many people are coming to your website and what they're doing and where they're coming from. And this really helps out. So if you notice that your blog is attracting a lot of attention from Google and people are really liking your content, you know to put in more effort on the blog, and you can even attract more people. If you see that your Facebook is getting a lot of traffic from there, a lot of people are coming from Facebook but not Twitter, then you can double down on Facebook and you really get to see what works and what doesn't, and it shows you some really cool graphs and statistics and different things. I could log into mine to show you just the type of things that you can see. So we see right here that there's how many visits. There's 459 people visiting the site for Wednesday. And what we can do here is we can go to traffic sources and overview, and we can see that there's different keywords that people search for from the search engines. They search my name. We can go to sources of all traffic. So we see that YouTube was the main place where I got traffic, and then Google, and then direct, which means people directly typed in my website name, then Google, so people search Google, and then Facebook, people saw my things from Facebook, and you can visualize it in different ways. So this is something that is really helpful. So go to google.com/analytics and you can see where people are coming from, what they're doing. You can also see the content that people like. So for mine, it's my book page where you can download the free book, my about page, and this free website giveaway was pretty popular. So it's really cool, really awesome. That is my first tip for Michelle, is to install Google Analytics and learn how to use it. There's plenty of tutorials online. The second one is use the Google Keyword Tool. Now this is really going to help with her blog content. So I told you before that I'm going to show you what you should be writing about, and this is going to give you some really great ideas. You're actually going to be writing about things that people are searching for. So let me just go over to type in the Google Keyword Tool. So type that into Google and we can click on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign in so that I don't have to fill that out. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just type in worm castings and worm, maybe organic fertilizer. All right, and I'm going to press search. So then I'm going to click keyword ideas. So this is what people are actually searching for. So 18,000 times a month, people search for worm castings, and 74,000 times a month, people search for organic fertilizer. So right there, you may want to use organic fertilizer instead of worm castings. They're both great options, but it can really help you decide what to write about. So here there's organic fertilizers for vegetables. Maybe you put a post on that. And what is organic fertilizer? Search 74,000 times. That would be a great post for her blog. And you could just get some really good ideas on what to write about. You could also search this by most searched. So we can click on this, and it'll actually rank it by highest searched. So how to compost, searched 1.5 million times. Maybe she has something on that, and then she offers her worms, saying that worms are the best things to compost with. Or what are fertilizers? 1.2 million times. So these are great blog ideas that people are actually searching for, and people are searching for because this is Google's real results right here. So that's really a professional tip. It's what I do when I'm making my videos. Sometimes I see what is most, how I can help people most, what is most searched for, and I do a video on that, or I write a post on that. So that is really a great tip. Another tip for her, tip number 3, we're doing 10 today, is to partner up with magazines. Let's say that there's a magazine, Gardner magazine, and a lot of times these magazines, they have blank and empty space that they're not going to sell anyways. Sometimes you can contact these magazines and you can say, hey, put my website in there and I will give you a % of the sales. So that's a really good idea. If they're going to have blank, unused magazine ad space anyways, they might as well try to fill it with your advertisement and get money on the % of sales that they bring in. Tip number 4 would be to break even on a product. So instead of making money on your first product, sometimes the lifetime value of a customer is even more important. So maybe she'll price her worms at $10 for the first purchase. And once you do that, then you have these people's email addresses and their contact information, and they trust you. So they're going to purchase from you maybe on average 3 or 4 times, during their whole lifetime as their customer. And that's worth taking a hit or breaking even on your first product. And that leads us to tip number 5, which is build an email list. Now, you can use a free email list builder from MailChimp at MailChimp.com. This is free, so it's free for the first, free for the first 2,000 subscribers or 12,000 emails a month. So it's free, so that's really cool. Another one that costs a little money that's a little more professional, some people think, and what I use is Aweber. And I'll put a link in that, both MailChimp and Aweber in the description. So I use Aweber, or MailChimp is free. And this really helps, especially when you're doing a break-even product where you get them in the door and then you email them. But don't spam people. You want to build their trust. Email them with really helpful gardening tips and just really helpful information. You never want to spam people, and you always want to do something legit with your business. But I'm sure you guys already know that. All right, tip number 6 is to learn a little coding. You saw in our video that we did a little CSS. It's sometimes helpful to learn coding, and a lot of people don't know even where to start or where to begin. And it's just something that is super handy. You can just tweak things a little bit and here and there and make your website look absolutely perfect. It's not absolutely necessary, but it really helps. So you can go to my favorite website, codecademy.com, and it just click learn, and what I recommend is learning some CSS or HTML fundamentals. So just click on web fundamentals and you can learn HTML basics, and here's the CSS, and that's what we use to make this right here. So it's really cool. So that is tip number 6. And tip number 7 is if you have little problems or you want some graphics made, or you want your logo made right here, tip number 7 is to go to Fiverr. if I can spell it right, Fiverr.com, and you can type in WordPress right here. And there are different people who will do different things with WordPress. They'll do little fixes, they'll do little things, and they do it for $5. I'm gonna put a link into the description of this page. So if you have any issues, you just go here and you contact them, and they'll fix it up for you for pretty cheap. So that's, you know, another tip. Tip number 8, and this is one close to my heart. It's make a video showing your products and your farm and, you know, just you, and show the worms. People really get a sense of connection with videos. I love videos, obviously. It's, you know, what I do and what I'm about. If you go to any of the a lot of business websites, even like Zappos.com, they're starting to put videos of all their shoes and different videos of products, because it helps sell products. People get a sense of you and a sense of your products, and they can see it. It really does help. If a picture sells 1,000 words, then a video sells, you know, tells 1,000,000 words. So really love video. The next thing about video, and this is tip number 9, is to do educational things. So for tip 2, we use the Google keyword tool, and those are great topics for videos also. So just create videos that are educational, and you can put them right into your website. It's really easy. You just copy and paste some code, and you can put it into your blog, and you can write it out. The search engines really love video, so you'll rank really well in the search engines if you put in really good content and really good video. So for my last tip, tip number 10, is getting your products also on different channels like Amazon. You could get your products in Amazon, so you can sell your worms or worm castings on Amazon, and also the Google feed. So Google has a place, and you can just look it up, how to submit your website, how to submit your products to Google feed. You could just type that into Google, and Google will actually show your products for you when people type in search, and that can really boost up sales. So I want to thank you, Michelle. That was the 10 tips. I really hope your business takes off and is amazing, and I hope this helps you. And I'm just so happy for you, and I think this is, you know, going to be a great start. And if anyone has any more suggestions for her, I don't know everything, so please just, you know, comment and tell her, you know, this would really help sell more products. And remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. And just thank you so much. I appreciate everyone's support. So thanks a lot.